It's deadlift day, baby. Yes guys, what is up? Welcome back to another YouTube video. So today is Wednesday, the 11th of September, and it is deadlift day. So one of the best days of the week. This is the third day on the new kind of training split that I'm bringing you guys through. 2 more sessions to go through after this. We have upper and we have a lower session. You've already been through the push and the pull with me. If you haven't seen that, do go back and watch it. Now, a little bit of an announcement before we get into the main portion of the video. I am now sponsored by Hardbody, so that is just the shaker, but I do have a lot of kit, a lot of gear that they sent me out. I have knee sleeves, straps, wraps, cuffs, lifting belts, all that kind of stuff that you will see over the next few YouTube videos. But today in particular, we're going to run through the wrist wraps, and the straps, should I say, and the importance of straps for your training, how to get the most out of your movements with them as well. So do stick around. I'm trying to be as consistent as I can with the YouTubes. Still in a dieting phase, 17 days left of the Obita shreds, down to 94 kg, started at 105.5 kg, so we're down 11 kilos, give or take, and yeah, another 2 and a bit weeks to push it on, so we will have to do a full day of eating for you guys actually as well before we wrap this dieting phase up, because calories have come down as well, so stick around for that. For the time being, sit back, click like, subscribe, comment, and let's get into it. Yes guys, so in the gym, in for posterior day. This is like my deadlift day, which is just pretty much hammies, posterior chain. So my leg days at the moment are split in 2. I have a quad day and I have a hamstring bias day. And since making that shift, I actually have found a good improvement in my legs. Now, I didn't need to make that shift until now. So if you are kind of at the start of your journey, you probably don't need to be, separating your quad day and your hamstring day. But obviously I'm training close to 8 years now, and I'm finally getting there. So the structure of the session is going to be adductors to begin, lying hamstring curl, RDL, seated hamstring curl, hip extensions, and then I'm actually going to finish off some delts and arms as well, which I've been tapping on to the majority of my sessions just to finish off, because you can never have enough delts and arms. You can never be big enough, and they can take the volume, all right? So yeah, it's going to be a good session. Headband is on, mean business. It was only a warm-up anyway, fucking hell, don't do that at home. That's what we're working there, right? Make a wish. Up. It's heavy. Right, so first movement today is going to be adductors, okay? So inside of the leg pretty much. If you want big legs and you're not doing adductors, you're missing out. The adductors are a massive portion of your leg inside here, and the bigger your adductors are, less space there is here, so no thigh gaps, you look bigger, and also more emphasis on the quad, or it kind of pops the quad out that bit more. So if you want overall bigger legs, it's not just quads and hamstrings, don't forget your adductors in there for overall mass. Alright, so you'll see a few things that I'm doing there on the machine. First of all is, I'm not thinking about driving my knees in together, not thinking about anything else. Just getting my knees to touch off each other, not thinking about my ankles or my feet or anything. Secondly as well, when I come out into that lengthening range, into the stretch, I'm spending a good 2-3 seconds there, dead stop pause. That's where I'm fully stretching the adductor. then driving in aggressively, driving them knees together. And the last thing I'm doing as well is I'm placing my foot out over the edge of the footstool, because if I put my foot in here, I'm going to start to contract my hamstring. And I don't want that. I want to keep it all on my adductor. All right? So use that. Alright, 3 sets done. Decent. Onto hamstring curl now. So onto our second movement today, which is a lying hamstring curl. So a couple of things just to know when you're doing the lying hamstring curl. First of all, when you get into the machine, you want to have your knee in line with the pivot point. Every machine should have something like that, a pivot point. That's where you want to have the knee joint in line with. Another thing you want to do is, as you'll see when I'm doing it, okay, dead stop at the bottom, then I'm dragging my heel towards my bum. I'm not kicking it, dragging it up, holding at the highest point, slowly control on the way back down. Dead stop, pause again. Okay, so when you're changing direction every time, make sure there's a dead stop, pause, then contract the hamstring to drag your heel up towards your bum. Right, so we do have 2 hamstring curls today. We have our lying hamstring curl and our seated hamstring curl. So when you're structuring a session like this, the reason we're doing the lying hamstring curls first is because there's no additional back support on the lying hamstring curl. So I can do this here now while I'm fresh. Then go into my RDLs, okay, where my hamstring is already fairly taxed through the shortened range. Go into the RDLs, where obviously my whole posterior chain is going to take a bit of a hit. Then onto my seated hamstring curl, where I have that bit of extra support from my back. If I was to go on to lying hamstring curls after my RDLs, my erectors are already pretty fried. So my form is going to go to shit on this, okay? So if you are doing a hamstring curl prior to your RDL, do your lying hamstring curl first, then do your seated after. Right, so on to our third movement today, which is going to be a deadlift. So, question I commonly get asked, and I think it's a very big question in the industry, is do you need to deadlift to build a big tick back? And yes and no. Like, it's going to be very hard for you to replicate bending over with that much weight, okay, in your hands. There's a lot to be said for that bending over, holding a lot of weight to grow them erectors, to grow that thickness in the back. But also, deadlift is a movement that carries a lot of fatigue, carries a lot of risk of injury, people that are, not really built for it as well, anyone that's really extremely tall, long-limbed. So yes and no, I would say if you can deadlift, by all means do it, run it, because you are going to build a fucking thick back. There's nothing like a deadlift to build your erectors, but for some reason, if you can't, whether that's risk of injury or whatever else might come into play, then there is alternatives too for that, okay? So if you can deadlift, then yes, by all means, go for it. Don't hurt me.
So one of the biggest challenges that you're going to face in the dieting phase is going to be retaining the numbers. Okay, so especially in a prep scenario, now I'm not in prep, I am in tidy up, but especially in a prep scenario, you have that emotional attachment to figures and to numbers, and obviously what put it there is going to keep it there in terms of muscle. So when you want to retain as much muscle as possible in your dieting phases, training performance needs to be at the forefront. Okay, because as long as training performance is good, you're either progressing numbers or you're retaining the numbers, you're maintaining the muscle that you built. I am down 11 kilos from the start of the dieting phase to the end of the dieting phase, and I'm continuing to do the same amount of total load on my deadlift, if not plus a rep or two. So 11 kilos down, doing the same weight, if not progressing a rep or two. You can tell that there's clearly new muscle there, or any muscle that has been put there in my last scaling phase has been retained. Then you run into the issue of emotional attachment with fingers and with movements. And in a prep scenario, not a regular dieting phase, but in a prep scenario, when you have run into a wall of fatigue and you're just too attached to the number and to the movement, that's a good time to pull that movement out and look at an alternative, such as like a dumbbell or DL or other sort type of hip extension movement. Okay, so yeah, anyone that is dieting knows the challenge they face with retaining the numbers, the mental battle week to week. But if you can retain those figures, you can guarantee that you've maintained the muscle that you've built. So on to our fourth movement today, I'm pretty sure. I'm going to speak about my legs. Why are my legs up that high? So what you can see I'm doing here is I don't even have the machine in its pin. Is that funny? I don't even have the machine in its pin. I have it above it, because if I have the machine in the top notch here, I actually don't get a full stretch of my hamstrings. So if I can have the machine up one, actually out of its position, I can get a full stretch on my hamstring in length and range. So just a little bit of a tip for y'all. We have this hamstring curl, we've a 45-degree hip extension, and then there's some delts and arms to finish off. The work isn't done yet. You do your deadlift, you think the work is done, but then you go into some fucking hip extensions after as well. So fucker. Just a few things to note on the hamstring curl. Same as the line hamstring curl, I have my knee in line with that pivot point at all times. Getting to the top of the movement where my hamstring is fully lengthened, fully stretched. Pause, and then I'm just dragging my heel towards my bum, squeezing, okay? I'm not kicking it or yanking the weight or using any momentum. So whenever I change direction, there's a dead stop pause. Then I'm just dragging my heel towards my bum. Right, so on to our next movement, which is going to be our last movement today for our posterior, okay? So onto the 45-degree hip extension. This is a brilliant movement for your glutes and for your hammies, okay? So this is the bundle builder for me, and I like it. I'm strong at them too. So lots and lots of people butcher this movement, okay? A lot of people are just using their back to sway up, and they're getting loads of lower back pain, and they're putting all the pressure on the lower back, lifting their chest up towards the ceiling. I'm going to show you how to do it properly, okay? So when you get into the machine, first thing you want to do is set your feet, okay? So set your feet at 10 and 2, okay, as if they're on a clock, okay? So that's going to activate more glute than just straight forward. I'm going to drive the heels on my foot in towards each other and my toes as well, okay? So heels in and toes kind of outwards, activate my glute. You can see it's coming up just below my hip. This could potentially go up one more as well, but for what I want, more kind of hamstring and glute bias rather than lower back, I'm going to have it down here. Now, lower down and fully stretch all the way down, and you can actually round your upper back as you come down to get a full stretch onto the hamstring and glutes, okay? So all the way down in here. Now, to come back up, I'm not going to just lift my chest up to the ceiling and do that, because that's going to put a lot of pressure on my lower back, and I can already feel that. What you want to do is, all you do is just squeeze your hamstrings, squeeze your glutes. There, that's it. My glutes are fully contracted. I don't need to do this and lift up my chest, because I'm just going to put pressure on my lower back. All right? So this is all you need to do. Full stretch down, pause, squeeze, chin tucked. Right, so we're going to just do 2 straight sets on here, okay, with 40 kg. Tempos on this, we're going to spend a good 3 seconds pause in the hole as well, okay? So really emphasizing that length and the range now of the hamstring and the glutes towards the back end of the set, all right? And these are movements that you can get fucking strong at. 40 kg dumbbells in either side. I have clients, you know, doing this movement and doing a body weight. And I'm like, what are you doing? Do you know what I mean? Like, load it up, get strong. Glutes are the fucking biggest and strongest muscle in the body, so you may as well make use of it. Again, using the hard body straps. Right, so you see, hard body straps is what we use today, okay? So, as I mentioned at the start of the video, I am now working with hard body. And if you are not using lifting straps in your sessions, you're just not training to failure. You're not bringing your muscle to failure. You might be bringing your grip to failure, all right, but who cares about how strong the grip is? Do you know what I mean? So, if you're doing a movement like this, my grip is going to give out way quicker than my hamstrings or my glutes are going to give out, okay? Glutes are the biggest and strongest muscle in the body. I want to be able to train them to failure. If I'm giving up because my grip strength goes, probably have like 7, 8, 9, maybe even 10 reps left in the tank, okay? So if you want to build muscle and you want to train to failure, make sure you're using lifting strap. And if you want to be extra good, hard body, CBC, 10 at checkout. That is it for the posterior base work. Just going to finish off with tapping on some delts and arms, which I'm doing pretty much every day now. Let's get into that. Posterior work is done, hamstrings and glutes fried, and we're just going to finish off now with tapping on some additional delts and arm work. So I'm literally just going to set up a bit of like a tricep, machine lateral raise into bicep curl and tricep extension, okay? And for this, hard body wrist wraps, okay? These are top quality, I must say, okay? Much better than my last pair, and also obviously the red branding as well for Team CBC. So really good quality, thick wrist wraps for that extra wrist support. And again, similar to kind of any sort of gym accessory, like if you are struggling with wrist pain, you know, knee pain for knee sleeves, anything like that, the name of the game is longevity when it comes to bodybuilding. So you want to be able to stay as fit and as injury free for as long as possible. So little bits like this in your gym bag make a massive difference. Yeah. Right, so that is it for the session today. I'm going to bring you home and wrap up the video there, but just finishing off with some delts and arm work, because you can never have big enough delts and arms. For me, like my main areas of focus off the back of stage last year were my legs and my arms, my limbs. And now I'm training my legs across 2 days across the week, and then I'm training my arms 5 days a week. So yeah, just leathering them really, just leathering delts and arms so they can take it. And hopefully it starts to pay off. Good session, and we'll wrap up when we go home.
I just recorded this clip and spoke for like 15 minutes, and then I realised that I didn't press record. That's how long it's been since I sat down in front of the camera by myself without a fucking videographer or someone recording me. But anyways, take 2. So the last clip you would have saw was Wednesday. My intention was to come home and finish off the video Wednesday evening, but after that session on Wednesday, I just went downhill. So today is Sunday, and I'm just somewhat back to normality. I kind of knew going into that session on Wednesday that I was fairly fucked, like I could feel it, and just a build up of just overall fatigue. I've been burning the candle on both ends for a long time, just with training, work, and other things that I have going on. So inevitably it was going to happen. I was hoping that I could kind of push it out until I beat that and take my little break there, but the body just said no, enough is enough. And woke up Thursday morning, hadn't do low body weight, but I woke up Thursday morning and honestly felt like I got hit by a bus, like was fucked. So Thursday was pretty much complete write-off. Friday was a complete write-off. I think Friday is probably my worst. Yesterday a little bit better, and today I'm feeling somewhat normal. So that is normal for me. Like usually when I get sick, which is very rare, it's like a 1-day thing and I'm over it. Like whenever I've gotten COVID in the past or like food poisoning or anything, like it's been like right 1 day, my body just beats it and I'm back to normal. this like just knocked me for 6. It's probably the sickest I've been in a long time, like since I was like in secondary school. So definitely kind of, you know, was down and out, but feeling somewhat better today. I do get into them phases where, you know, things are going so well, training and work, and you know everything's clicking, but it can only keep clicking for so long. Do you know what I mean? I kind of overfilled my cup a little bit there, and then I just collapsed a little bit. So yeah, feeling that bit better today, which is the most important thing. But this just happens to me sometimes, and I just need to know myself. I need to take my own advice that I give to clients and just say, just peel back and just take a little bit of rest. So I didn't want to, but I had to do it. And I also drive myself fucking crazy as well when I'm not doing stuff. Like I'm not able to just sit around and do nothing. So the fact that I literally could not do anything the last few days, I was just driving myself crazy as well. But today is Sunday, so we are feeling somewhat back to normal. Tomorrow is Monday, which will be a new week, a new fresh start, and it leaves me with like under 2 weeks in the dieting phase left. So the last couple of days, the dieting phase did kind of go down the gutter a little bit, just for the sheer fact that I couldn't move, I couldn't get off the couch, I was asleep for most of the day. My food intake was whatever it was, to be honest. It was like whatever I could get in. So yeah, up and down a little bit, but a couple of days back to normality, that'll all be dropped. And should be down into new low body weight again. So yeah, it was definitely sick as I've been in a long time. Sometimes that needs to happen to me for me to then be like, okay, I need to fucking take a little bit of a break. So took a break, feeling back to normal, be back to normality tomorrow, and we're going to drive it home and finish off this dieting phase. Okay, it's also been a long time since I sat down with a camera one-on-one, so I'm thinking maybe I might start doing 1 or 2 more vlogs. I think I might vlog, what day is today? Today's Sunday. I like Sundays. I won't vlog today, but I might vlog this day next week. Sunday's probably become my most favourite day, which is a rest day, but it's a good day for work and stuff. So yeah, expect to see a vlog coming off me. Before I finish up as well, after this video, the following day, Hardbody sent me out some new stuff. So they also sent me out some tan leather lifting straps. Okay, now I personally prefer leather lifting straps. I wasn't using these in the video, but I did request them to send them out to me because I do feel so I can get a bit of a better grip. So I now have the leather ones as well. So do expect to see that coming in a video pretty soon. Hopefully not the same outcome as the last Deadlift Day video or as this Deadlift Day video, but really happy to get these sent out to me. And they also sent me out these Hardbody black hard grip. They call them the hard grips, but they're like kind of hook grips for deadlifts as well. Never personally used these, but I will try them out. A couple of clients use them, especially females. They like to use these for deadlifts. So if you are in the market for anything like this, any sort of gym accessories, and you do want to support me, because it's my first time ever working with a brand like this, where I'm actually working alongside someone that I resonate with, that I would promote their products, and that I would buy from personally, because I have been approached by brands in the past, but never brands that I would want to promote, never brands that I would, you know, see myself buying from, which I think is the most important thing. So I'm not going to try and sell stuff to you otherwise. So if you are in the market for gym accessories and you do want to actually support me directly, which is the first time I'll ever ask you to do anything like this, then, you know, Hardbody, code CBC10 at checkout for some top quality lifting straps or gym accessories. And I can vouch for the quality of them. They are very, very good. So yeah, I am excited to be working with Hardbody. I have announced it on my Instagram a while back. So if you're not following me there, go and follow me on Instagram. I don't know why you wouldn't be following me on Instagram, follow me on YouTube. But as I said, if you want to support your boy, CBC10 at checkout. And yeah, that's pretty much that, alright. So it has been a bit of a whirlwind of a video, especially the last couple of days. But back to normality. Less than 2 weeks left on this dieting phase. Going to drive it on. Expect to see some sort of vlog or something coming from me, maybe prior to we head off to Ibiza. That could be the last one. But we'll wrap up on this kind of little kind of mini series that we're doing. Funnily enough, today is actually 1 year on since my show last year, PC Ireland. So a bit nostalgic looking back in the videos as well, or in pictures. So anyone that is competing PC Ireland, you probably already competed by the time you see this. You will have. But best of luck, enjoy it. One piece of advice to anyone who is competing for the first time, whether it's PC Ireland or a show this year, just fucking enjoy it, alright? Just fucking enjoy it, because looking back on it, it is such a good day, and it can be, you know, lost within the hype and lost within the emotions and everything. Sometimes you forget to just soak it all up and enjoy it. So do enjoy yourself if you are competing. But by that, all is good. Alright, please like, subscribe, comment, all that YouTuber shit, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.